Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. It is episode 12. We have the hype man himself, Taketa here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good actually. I got a good number of sleep in, which is very rare for me, but I had to prepare.
Heck
I didn't
yeah.
want to come up here and just like fall asleep. Here's a little personal stuff. My step grandparents have a lake house, and that's in Minnesota. You know, we go there, and it's good times, fun times. It's like it's a break for me almost from like VR. Obviously, I can't bring a entire PC ATX and then also bring a Valve Index and base stations. Like that's not happening, Chief. Just, hey, grandma, what's that? Nothing. No, I'm gonna go to my room now.
Grandpa walks in. Oh, what the heck are these all thingamabobbies at the fucking side of the room? Honestly, like my grandparents, if they were like kind of still around, they'd be like, "What are you doing in your room all day?" I'd be like, "Talking to online people." You could talk to online people? Yeah, that's kind of like the thing. That's like we actually have screens strapped to our faces.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't like if it was harmful. Like I already wear contacts. Like my eyes were already screwed, so I don't know how it can get any worse. It comes to eye strain and your eyes hurting, or screwing up your whatever's. That's on the company. That's not on you.
True.
Because if you're expecting people to wear a headset for like, let's say an hour at a time, you're gonna have to make it, so you can wear it. You can't have it where it hurts your eyes and it ruins your eyesight. Like that's
Yeah.
like you could sue for that. I
Like
swear.
that, like that's just a design flaw, right?
No, Google Cardboard. That's the best they could get you. Just it's made out of cardboard. It's made by us, so I guess
Like-
Google Cardboard works. Like, are you stupid?
No, the person that actually came up with that idea was actually stupid. They're like, guys, we have a bunch of recyclables. How about we take a
Yeah.
piece of cardboard and stick your phone in it? And then they showed it to the CEO. They're like, wait, that's genius. No, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah. Some designer went to school for went to college for like 4 years, and years and years of waiting at Google to finally pitch his idea. Google fucking Cardboard is the best he came up with. They're like,
I actually ran out of
"Listen,
ideas.
we'll take it.
We'll take it. What's your kind of thoughts on the future of VR and where technology's going?
I do think about this a lot. Sometimes I think about like when I die, what am I like? I don't know if I'm gonna have kids, but what if like the kids in the next generation, they're gonna grow up with VR? I'm gonna be so jealous because they're gonna get like Oasis consoles. When I'm like, I had to be back where we just like had a big toaster on our face. I'm very hopeful because of the big screen beyond. I really thought that VR. I knew it would become smaller, but I didn't think it'd become smaller this quickly because no other company really wanted to go into that. So I'm very hopeful for it, and I think in the next 10 years, it's going to be pretty insane. Like, especially in the mobile scene and standalone, because I think it's going to take a lot of years for it to become as good as PC VR. But the stuff they have on like the Quest platform, the Pico platform, and soon enough the Deckard, I think it's become like a very good option, especially with the new Snapdragons. Oh, I played Bone Lab recently on my PC, and then I also got it on my Quest. And I played it on Quest. I was like, it felt like I was playing a PC game. Like, I like no jokes. I was like, I forgot I was using a Quest. I was like, wait a second. This is mobile? Because I remember back in the Quest 1 days, where the best like game, I guess, was like Arizona Sunshine.
That was
But
pretty
that
good.
was, like,
I remember
also,
playing that on
I
a plus
know,
one.
but
Yeah.
it was like it was an old game then.
True.
And it's even older now. Like it's showing its age, but it's just come a long way in such a short time, and it gets me really excited.
I mean, in the upcoming months, October launches the Quest 3 in October. So
Oh, cool.
that's the leak. So like supposedly, like I'm just gonna buy it straight up. It's gonna be really good.
Yeah. My thoughts on the Quest 3. I think more like I would say the best way to describe it's like a DLC to the Quest 2. It's not a complete overhaul, but if it's not broken, they'll fix it. And they fixed the right things. Like they fixed the size, they fixed the pass-through, and I think they fixed the controller tracking too, because I don't see
Yeah,
any
it's supposed to be
rings on the
better.
controllers.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be. So it's supposed to supposedly according to Boz, right? Or they have like
Mhm.
IUs or something in it, and like finger track. So it's like somewhat it like has like a hand model, so like it doesn't need the tracking
Yeah,
rings
yeah.
anymore. Yeah.
I think, yeah, I that's what really gets me excited because the thing that keeps me using the Valve Index above all my other headsets is that base stations. Like, here's the thing. The one thing that gets me is full body tracking, and we're almost to that point, especially with Slime VR. Makopi
Of course, yeah.
doesn't count. Haratora,
I mean, it's getting better. Makopi, if you've seen the new updates, though, it's getting better. But
yeah, but if Slime VR, like not even a company, like at this point, like they started off like just by themselves. They built up to a company, but there were just a couple dudes and girls, and then we got Sony, one of the biggest tech companies in the world. They make something worse.
Sure.
They make something worse.
No, and they're selling it for like $450 too. That's expensive.
Yeah. I get it wasn't made for VR. It was made for mocap on the go. But I've seen people in VRChat use mocap suits, and it looks really good.
Well, no, yeah, Makopi was like you said, yeah, it's motion capture on the go, so it's not really for full body tracking.
Yeah. But if you can't full body track with a motion capture device, then it's kind of crappy. Maybe that's just me because I'm a snob because I'm using base stations and
you've got Vive Trackers.
But if I could have something, if I could do something, if I could do standalone where I can go on VRChat and PC Worlds and I'm gonna have good as this, tracking. And finger tracking. That's also very important.
You already know what I was going to say, though.
One of the most important things to me. What?
The new Vive Trackers coming out look insanely good. And if they are somewhat, the new Vive Trackers, if they are somewhat or to as good, like if they are 90 to even 95% good as base or lighthouse tracking, that is going to be insane. Because you could run a Quest 3. Yeah. Imagine that. Quest 3, full standalone. With full body tracking.
Yeah, if Oculus allows it. That's the one thing. Oculus is going to be kind of stingy on that. I do think it could work with the Duckard, though. I mean, Valve has a history of just like being like, you know what, they can mod our stuff, but I don't really care. But if you mod an Oculus, they're going to be like, sue them. Get them out of here. The FAI, call them. But yeah, like I'm really excited for those, especially because with like 10-point tracking, occlusion is a big problem.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like cameras can get occluded, but they don't need to be in line of sight of anything. So
they also know where they are, right?
It's way easier
because they're self-tracked, so they know where they are in space. Yeah.
It's less hardware, so less points of failure. Which is really good, especially if you're spending so much money on something. You don't want it to break.
Oh, no, and they seem very reliable from what we've seen so far. Even the Thrill Seeker test video on the, the prototype ones, he occluded the cameras with a blanket and moved his foot around, and it looked fine. Like, that's what I'm excited for. Yeah. Like, if you could occlude the cameras, people are going to be shelling out money for these because that's the thing that we're looking for. Good full body tracking, you could occlude it, you could chill under a blanket. If that's the thing. With these new trackers, it's going to be crazy. A game changer almost.
I think they have IMUs in them, like to help with the tracking. I hope at least, because that wouldn't, like, if we could have in-tangent camera tracking and IMU tracking in the same device, like, yeah, like you said, blankets wouldn't really be a problem. And then but like, here's the thing about, like, this, they're so big. Right? Like, they protrude out. Yeah. That's why tons of trackers look so good to me. It's because they're just small and compact. And you kind of forget they're there. But then again, also, occlusion is a problem because they're so small. But these things look small, but they also can't get occluded.
Yeah. No, but they can get occluded, though. The new Vive Trackers. Supposedly. Yeah. No, supposedly. Yeah. Like, we don't know. We haven't tested them yet. We haven't tested new Vive Trackers. From what we've seen, they can get occluded. But... the thing is, they are smaller. They are way smaller pucks than the 3.0s. They're like 30% smaller or something.
When I say being occluded, I really mean like they don't need to be in the line of sight of anything.
Yeah.
Of, like legit anything. Like they can be wherever. If you're not covering up the cameras like directly, you're good. Like you're good.
Yeah, because it knows also, where it is.
It's like a self-tracking puck. Like that's pretty amazing. You just slap it on your dog, slap it on your
slap
grandma.
It on anything.
She's tracked in
VR.
Yeah,
slap it on your dog. Well, no, that'd actually be helpful though. You just like put it like on like a collar thing, put it on your dog while they're walking around the room, and then you know where your dog is, so you don't kick your dog in VR.
That'd be so weird. And yeah, then you get a VRChat APK. So You can have your dog, in VRChat with you,
Oh, that'd be so cool.
just running around. That'd be cool, but I feel like the dog is like so confused, like, what the heck? Okay, first off, he was wearing a toaster on his face, and now I'm being a part of it. I don't know what's going on. I'm
Now
scared.
I'm a part
I
of
wanna
it.
go home.
Why am I a part of this?
Why am I part of this? Please, I want to go back to the trailer. I want to go back to the trailer with the crazy grandma. I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a crazy thing. I mean, also the thing is that's exciting is the Quest 3 with the new depth sensor. I'm not sure if you heard about what it could do on the fact of like it'll be way better on mapping where you are in your room.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be way better with mapping stuff, and then like for example, if you have a chair right here, it's like, oh, there's a chair right here, and it's like you won't run into things as much, and yeah.
It will. Yeah. So basically, like, you can just look around you, and it just like knows your space. And I saw in this video, how Oculus has like cartoons,
Yeah.
like tutorials and stuff. There was this one where like they had like a pet in pass-through mode that like it jumped over the couch and it was on the couch, ran around because it knows where it is because everything's mapped. I feel like that, like, a pet, but like imagine like having like like an AI person, like using ChatGPT and having like a person in your room that isn't real, but you can like talk to them. That'd be kind
True.
of, that's dystopian, but that's also really cool.
I mean, yeah, but
Just imagine.
the faster, I mean, technology seems like it's going pretty fast. I mean, even for VR, like how we said, like Deshaun of Big Screen, the CEO, was like, he was one of the only people in that whole team of like, we're going to be that company, kind of like the outlier. Like Pimax is like, oh, we're the outlier. We want to create wide field of view headsets, but then they were like, let's be that other outlier that creates small form factor headsets.
Yeah, Pimax is kind of making me pissed recently. I mean, okay, the crystal, whatever you like, the crystal's okay, right?
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of it. The eye tracking's nice. Yeah, it has eye tracking. But the standalone that's weird for a Pimax. The standalone isn't even out yet. You bought the headset, you don't even got standalone yet. They got to update it. But the Pimax portal is such a stupid idea. Okay, like in concept, yeah, it would be nice, but it's basically a Nintendo Switch that you put into a Google Cardboard, and the controllers become your VR controllers.
Pretty much.
Like the only problem with that is like the tracking sucks. The view is bad because it's meant to be an outside display, not a display that's in the headset. Oh, it's a good idea, but I know like Pimax. Stick to your thing. Stick to wide field of view headsets. Maybe standalone. Why would you? Why the portal? Like you don't need to do that. Like
yeah, like they don't need to do that.
Before.
Yeah.
Like they always make false promises. Like
yeah.
VR 18.0. Get that you can extinguish VR from real life. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Well, no, you see those like trailers too, right? Like the Pimax trailers, like, oh my god, this is the best VR headset ever, 8K.
Oh my god, guys, it will rub your feet while you play. It will do your taxes and fix your marriage.
How much?
Pimax 8K Super XX Plus Micro HD.
I swear to God, that sounds like something they would do 10 years from now. Pimax. Yeah. Oh my God, guys, we got the 10K Pimax.
No base stations included.
We got the 10K Pimax, 8K fucking micro.
Yeah. Like decide what. The only person that's worse at naming stuff is like Sony. Sony's like there's Pimax. And then there's Sony, because Sony just names their models as numbers and letters. H2 150s? No way, the H2 150s? Are they the 1, 2, 3, 4 knock my door? Oh my goodness. Whoa. I love those headphones. Like, it's
literally,
like Elon Musk's child, they're naming.
No, all their products, if you go on Amazon, it's like, oh yeah, we have the Sony 520s fucking 69 headphones.
You want the... Yeah, I would love the Pimax. Okay, like I don't think having two 4K panels on the headset makes it 8K. I think it just makes it 4K. Like that's because you see 4K. You don't
Yeah.
see 8K.
You're not
And there's
seeing
two 8K panels on the headset.
Well, no, but that's
then it'd
false
be 8K.
promising too, because it's like, oh, it's 8K. It's
Yes!
really
Oh my
4K
God!
though.
Like shut. Pimax, I'm gonna punch you in your hammerhead shark-looking face. God damn. I was gonna grab the size of the headset to rip it down. Yeah. I'm kind of mad at HTC. They've been making really bad headsets.
Yeah, what was that one that came
really
out?
bad,
Like
it's a little
the one. Well, no, the one that Throw tried. It was the one that looked like the Quest Pro, and then it was had the depth sensor on it.
The Vive Focus.
Yeah, that was bad.
Right?
was really-
Okay. It has eye tracking and it has a mouth tracking
Yeah.
add-on, which I love. I love headsets with that. I think that's great. We need that in our future. We don't need bad weight distribution on our headsets, though.
True. Well, no, that headset doesn't even have a
not
top
what we
strap.
need.
Like the Quest Pro doesn't have a top strap, and it's
No.
terrible. Yeah.
The top strap is needed.
No,
It's
have you heard the story?
essential.
Have you heard the story? Wait, so did you know the
I've
Quest
never heard
1?
this story.
Did you know the Quest 1 originally was not supposed to have a top strap, but Palmer Luki literally fought to keep the top strap? I'm not even kidding you. No, I'm not even kidding you. This is actually a story. The Quest 1, so that means the Quest...
That
means
can't be real.
No, the Quest 1 was originally not supposed to have the top strap, but then he fought to keep it.
What? What were you supposed to do? Put all the weight on your ears, have your ears be chopped off? Like what? Like here's a bucket. You get like a little shoelace. There you go.
No, because we know how top...
VR. Woo!
No, because that's the crazy thing, right? Because we all know how top heavy this thing is. If you didn't have the top strap, you would actually be dying.
I'm like, Mom, it looks cooler. Yeah, it looks cooler. Yeah, say that to your neck pain, buddy. Get the top strap on there. Shut up.
Your neck would actually snap, I think, if you didn't have the top strap on this thing.
Yeah, I can't imagine, like, okay, well, I'm using a Valve, so I'm kind of spoiled by the Valve Index. So I can't really say anything about comfort with, like, other headsets. I mean, like, I used the Quest 1. I didn't think it was uncomfortable until I used the Quest 2, to be honest with you, because the weight on the Quest 2 is not better, but I guess it just feels different. Like, it feels more, like, secure on my face. Like, with the Quest 1,
Yeah.
I turn my head and just go...
I mean, you know what I did with it.
Ugh.
Like, the Quest 1... fully
Yeah, I know.
like fully spec'd out. It's comfortable, it's fine, but you have to drop a bunch of money on your headset to make it comfortable.
Monkey S.
Yeah,
Monkey
like-
S. That's what I like about Oculus products, though. They're very moddable. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much stuff you can like take off, put back on. Like the whole head strap you can take off. It's pretty amazing. Like you don't you have like the deluxe audio strap?
Yeah, I have the deluxe audio
from
strap on this
HTC?
thing.
That's pretty cool. Like you can just like it's like a mismatch. Like
Yeah,
like
it's
Frankenstein.
basically, yeah, it's like if you wanted the off your audio quality, you just slap a deluxe audio strap on there.
And you cannot do that with an index. I'm gonna tell you that. Like the only thing you can add is like you can plug in something to the frunk. Dude, Valve did not use the frunk to its full potential. It should have like had accessories come out. I was really excited that they were gonna add like a hand tracking module that just plugged into your frunk, or they would have added like like cosmetic stuff, like a LED display that like you can put like pixel art on. Because I think they did have that in the works, but they're like,
Yeah.
well, who cares? I care. I
think
want
they
cute
scrapped
anime
it.
eyes on my headset.
Yeah, I think they scrapped
Yeah, they
it.
scrapped it. But it makes me mad. It makes me so mad. A lot of things make me mad.
Well, no, they could have made so much more money and so much more advertising off the Valve Index if they made accessories for it.
Yeah, I mean, because like at least right, because they haven't released any more hardware in like 4
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Almost 5 years.
Almost
you need
5
to-
now.
You like spread it out. Like if they added like like decals, like or like covers. Like you can make your controller blue. You can make it green.
No,
like,
this is what they should have totally
stuff like
did.
that.
You know the front cover for the Valve Index? They should have made the like
Mm-hmm.
front cover so it's like, oh, this cover's like more breathable, so your headset's not like overheating its ass off, or like, yeah.
or just ship it with the headset.
Yeah.
Okay, well, don't get me wrong. The face cushion that you first get is like cloth. It's actually pretty comfortable.
No, but
like,
isn't
it's
it like really
comfortable for the
sweat
first 2
inducive though?
weeks. Yeah,
Like,
it sucks in all the
yeah.
bacteria. Then it's rashy. It irritates your skin. So then I got a VR cover, and it's been way better since. Though I do notice that sweat drips down my face more, but that's because the pleather's not soaking it up. Because it's,
Well, no,
it's
yeah.
pleather, it's not a sponge.
Well, no, yeah. I also run the VR cover. It's comfortable. It's good.
VR cover has been a lifesaver for me, and I think for a lot of people. Especially with the Quest 1, like that thing, it's not even like squishy. It's just like it's what's it even made out of? That's not foam, because
It was no.
foam
It's
is like,
definitely. It's like a
this is
cloth.
dense.
It was. I swear it was like a cloth or something.
It's super dense. Like I put it on my face. It's like, is this supposed to give?
No, and
Or is
it was
supposed
it's
to
like
stay
scratching too. And then remember how it like absorbed the sweat too,
Oh.
and it was like bad. And then like
Mhm.
I remember using my Quest when I first got it like 3-4 years ago. It was like it was like, and then what was it? It was the same problem with the Quest 2, right? Where they included the silicone thing, where you just put it right over that one, and then it was fine, right? But yeah.
Yeah. A little off topic here. I think music in like VR, I think it's the perfect match.
It is though.
Like, I've been thinking about this
Like
for a while.
music, VR
Like,
clubbing, it just works though. Like it kind of does.
audio
though.
experiences. Oh my goodness! Like
Audio
there's worlds
orbs.
where,
Yeah.
there's the worlds that like mess up your view, and then they they just go boom when the bass drops, and I like. Of course, it's gonna get you sick, but the experience of just like, if you just like lay down and just like watch it all happen while like some epic music is playing, I'm like, I get immersed. Like that's what really gets me immersed, because I'm like, I'm not focusing on anything else. I'm just focusing on the music.
Or like some
on
worlds,
the
I'm pretty sure that
visuals.
do exist, right? Where you could like, oh, put your favorite song in there, and then like a whole light show goes on and like reacts to your favorite song. Like would be like amazing.
There's that one world with the treehouse.
Yeah.
And then like you can like change. Oh, that world is really cool. I love that world. And, like the shaders are pretty amazing. Like I'm like, wait, were you telling me this isn't there? It's just a shader. What the heck? What the heck? Like,
Well, no, and then I'm pretty sure, like We've in the Friday Night Dance Party, that's just like a chill, like hangout music event. But then there's whole other levels of like Flow. Remember going to Flow, like Scarlett's venue, where it's like there's like so much cool stuff going on. The music's playing, and then there's so much other music and DJ experiences that you could experience in VR that you couldn't do, for example, like IRL. It's just like it only would work here.
Yeah, like I can't be in space in real life. Well, I could, but I'm not trained, and also I'm not a millionaire.
I think have you heard
Friday
of
Night Dance Party? Join Friday Night Dance Party.
Yes.
Now, join it.
This Friday,
It's the best.
5 p.m. PST. What is it? It's the 8 p.m. EST and 1 p.m. BST. What are you excited for other than VR stuff later this year?
God, I get not a lot. I guess I'm like excited about. Oh, Starfield came out. But a lot of people have been talking trash about it. But
I know what we're excited for.
Oh, yeah, you seem to have an idea. You said, "Oh, God."
We're all excited for Ginger's new game coming out later this year. Grind Force, hell yeah!
Woo! Woo! Hey, Ginger, if you're watching this, keep being you, sweetheart.
Let's
you're
go.
Amazing.
No, have you heard? Like their game's been in development for 2 years.
Yeah.
In like
2 years.
Like that's like how could you work on a game for 2 years by yourself in development? Like I could never commit to that. Like that's so much. Like that's.
Is it just them?
It's just them.
Jeez. 2 years. I can't imagine sitting down doing the same like project for 2 years.
Like that's crazy. Like that's the crazy thing about indie developers. Like they're committed.
All right, this better be the best game ever.
I know. Okay. Do you want surprises or like literally? So here's the thing. Ginger showed me like teasers on their Twitter, and it looks insane.
Oh my god! I'm so
Like,
excited because
actually,
I've been looking for a new game to play. I guess there's one thing that I'm really excited for. But it's probably not gonna happen for another 20 years. Half-Life 3.
Half-Life 3.
Half-Life 3 coming out?
5 years later. Half-Life 3 release.
5 years later. I recently played, so I played all the Half-Life and Portal games in order, like chronological order, including Half-Life Alyx, and now I'm just hungering for more. But there's never more, because Valve is just so mean, and they hate me, and they know I want it. They know I want it. They're dangling keys in front of me. Oh, we have this new Half-Life news. Oh, it's just an RTX version of Half-Life 2. Good, but
where's the 3?
I know
But
you're
where's the
working hard
3?
on it, but I want to know what happens. What happens to Gordon Freeman?
Oh my god, can we
Rise
talk
and
about
shine.
this? So, Meta Connect's coming at the end of this month, September 27th to the 28th, right? Where we're getting more information on the Quest 3. But everyone, even Thrill, has talked about this. Everyone's talked about this. Where the fuck is GTA VR? San Andreas. We've been waiting. We've been waiting for this forever. Like they literally ditched that shit. Like it was supposed to come out like 2 years ago.
Oh my! Like Mark Zuckerberg and his loser self was like, "Yeah, we're working on a GTA VR part," and then nothing else, just silence, radio silence. Just I was like, "Oh yeah, we're still working on it." Oh, you got any proof? No, but we're doing it. Okay, bud. All right.
And then literally, remember like the game teasers, like that game trailer that we like saw in the past for more games. Oh guys, we have a Attack on Titan game port. Like it looks so bad. It didn't look good. It did not look good.
But like, God, I would really kill for like a good, like not Attack on Titan game, but like a. See, a lot of people, I might get shit for this, but I really like My Hero Academia.
Oh.
And listen,
okay, no,
really
we were getting into this. We were getting into this. My Hero, the community sucks fucking balls. Literally, the show is so fire though. The show is so fire though.
It's so fire. There's never a bad episode. There's never. It's always
the
good.
show. No,
and
even
I
no.
would
1, 2, and 3, right?
Oh my
was
God.
kind of slow. Like season 4 was a little bit slow, but you understand it was the build up.
Yeah.
Season 5 and 6 goes so hard. Oh my god, Shigaraki's on fucking demon time, bro. That shit goes so hard.
Dude, and Vigilante Deku, that whole arc was so good. Oh my god. I would say my favorite moment was in season 3, I believe. It was the Delaware Detroit Smash when he was against
Oh my god.
That was
so cool. No, against that guy, he was protecting that kid. It was like, oh, it was so epic.
But like, I would kill for a good My Hero Academia VR game. I feel like that would work so well.
No, with all the powers and stuff, like that'd be really cool.
Especially because VRChat. I know there's a big community who play VR and also love My Hero because I can't tell you there's like 50 million like roleplay servers in like My Hero Academia VRChat type stuff. I used to do it. I stopped because my parents yell at me like, "Stop screaming, Deku at the top of your lungs and shut up." But I don't know. I would kill because it works. I used to play Blade and Sorcery a lot. And the magic spells and all that, I was like, if there was a My Hero Academia
that's
game,
the thing,
it was like
though,
kind of
right?
the same. It
Like,
would work really well.
If you live with someone or you live in an apartment complex, you just hear your neighbors, "Shut the fuck up! Stop acting like this!"
Who's Deku? And why do you hate him so much?
No,
Shut up,
no,
please.
and then literally, if you're RPing as Bakugo, you're just like, "Shut up, Deku, you stupid bitch!" It's like, who the fuck?
Deku, kill yourself. It's like my parents are like, "Is he okay? Is he okay? You need to go to therapy."
Did you go to therapy?
Like, "No, Mom, I'm just role playing. Sorry." Is my macaroni done? Thank you.
Messing around with your voice and just doing character voices and everything in VR is so fun. Like, the most common one we gotta mention is shout out to all the Kermit people in VRChat. Most common, it's so funny. It's so funny. It's the greatest thing.
I see like a Kermit every 2 days, and it's either a normal Kermit or some just unholy like amalgamation of just like 2 avatars, like an e-boy who is painted green and has Kermit's head. And just goes, "Yeah, what's up, BB?" I'm like, yeah, okay. It was funny after the 3rd time, but.
Well, no, the one most cursed thing is like I've seen like a Kermit that's just like fully buff, like Dwayne The Rock. It's like yo, Kermit.
I'm gonna fucking kick your ass. Oh my god, that okay. I think I like it though because it reminds me of like 2017 VRChat. Oh, we should talk about VRChat's history. Oh dang!
Oh my god!
That's a deep rabbit hole.
So that port, right, of like VRChat 2017, VRChat Steam VR, right? Kind of first releases around 2017-ish. And then but that whole rabbit hole, right? Of like, here's like VRChat's progression, and it's like, oh, it's chilling, it's going slow. 2018, fucking Knuckles Boom is like, Jesus.
Yeah, just fucking like
Yeah.
this guy James Key makes a video and then and then like the player base just skyrockets.
Literally for like a
What's
year and
really
a half,
what's really
right? It was
cool
just like,
though.
do you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
the way? Do you?
Do you know the way? Do you know the way? And that area was fun, but it kind of got annoying.
It got
Isn't
annoying
it
after
weird
like
how
3 months.
VRChat, the way VRChat's community has grown, and this is like the only community online that I've been a part of that I've seen it and I've been there. With the whole way it's been like the entire history. It went through like the Wild West to like it's like a meme place to
Yeah.
now there's like communities. Everybody has their place and they're like
Everyone has their
it's more
groups and friends and
stable.
everyone that hangs out with.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah.
It's not as easy. It used to be super easy to get into it, but now it's not as easy to get into VRChat because the communities and it's not everybody's just doing their own thing because
Well, yeah.
there's like the furry community is probably one of the biggest in VRChat.
I'd say
It
so.
used to just be like you'd see a couple of furries, but now there's like furry. It's like community, especially with the new groups update.
No, but like most of
that is
okay,
a really big
okay,
deal.
like yeah, but that was the whole point of the groups thing. It's like, oh, there's groups now, and it's like, oh, you're new to VR
Mm-hmm.
chat, and it's like, oh, like now you could like search groups and meet new people and like go into
Mhm.
communities and like, yeah,
Yeah, VRChats is taken way more seriously, especially with like the avatar and the world creators. Like it's seen as an actual occupation and a respectable thing to do. Like I know a lot of people who get commissions to make avatars, and that's how they pay. That's how they pay the rent. Like they take like $100 for an avatar, and then they do like 20 of those a month. It's hard, and it kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
sucks. But if that's what you want to do, like
I mean, it's a lot of
go
work,
off
it's
kings or
dedication,
queens.
but then even that's the thing though of like the cursed, like if we're talking like we're not gonna get into this too deep, but like the cursed VR chat scene where it's like people are down horrendous enough to where if you're good at art and you draw it for them, they will pay a crap ton of money for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're not
some
talking
people are
about
really
that.
desperate.
Yeah, but like that's a whole nother scene too. Yeah.
That's a whole nother thing. I think VRChat as for me, I've been playing since God, like 2020 like 19. Well in VR mode because that's when I got my Quest 1. It's really changed me as a person. Like I would say for the better. I mean it depends where you live in America, especially because there's a lot of different political views. I guess I was kind of ignorant before I played VRChat. I guess
I mean, weren't
I
we
you know, I
all a
was
little
just like
bit?
this.
I feel like when we were all
Yeah.
introduced to the internet, we were all kind of like annoying, or we all had our phases. Like I like literally, I
Mhm.
was annoying back like way back like 2017, 2018.
No, really, you were annoying.
Played Fortnite, so it was like a whole nother stage.
Oh,
But
okay.
like yeah, but like you know,
It was good.
yeah, like 2018 it was fun before it got crazy.
I think I'm really annoying, to be honest.
You're not
Even
annoying.
now, but
I mean, I feel like everyone has their
no,
like
I'm annoying,
own
but I have
charm
friends.
though,
I
you
have
know?
friends that keep up with it. Yeah.
No, I've I've always had that thing too, right? It's like, oh, I have a group of friends in middle school, but it's like, oh, why do I still have these friends 7 years later? Oh, they put up with my shit.
Yeah. Oh, I never really had a group of friends. I don't really have a lot of IRL friends, I guess. I think it's because it's like it's hard to like I guess be my true self around them because the place I live is very like I would say conservative would be the best word.
Yeah.
But I don't really want to talk about politics, but I'm just like that's just where I live. And VRChat is like the whole point of VRChat is like be yourself. Be
Be
open,
yourself, embody an
explore new things.
avatar, like
Mhm.
like embrace yourself, just like be you, right?
Ever since I started going on VRChat, it's kind of weird. I understood the world more by not being in the world. I think it's because I got more exposure to other things other than my hometown, and it's pretty amazing. I don't think I'd be where I am today if it wasn't for VRChat. Like not even VR in general. Like if VR could exist, that'd be fine. But if it wasn't for VRChat or like any other social platform, I wouldn't really be who I am, and I want I want to be
course, yeah.
talking to you. I want to be a part of the Friday night dance party. Go there every Friday. But it's pretty amazing. One of my friends, IRL. I won't give any names. Started playing VRChat because I pressured him to. You know, he's one of my only friends. I was like, hey man, play this game. I mean, you got a PC, right? And a headset. He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. He started playing VRChat, and then a couple months later, he's like, man, I'm gay.
Taketa, you trapped him here. What have you done? No, we gotta talk about this. No, that's literally the joke of VRChat. No one comes out of this game fucking straight, bro. That's the thing. Like literally.
Okay, look what I'm wearing. No sane man wears this. But yeah, I guess it is. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like a part of the LGBTQ plus community, but I'm way more accepting of it, and I'm way more comfortable with like other things like talking about it, because a lot of people like that I know in real life are very ew boys, what the fuck, ew dude, I don't even like look at men, dude. That's how straight I am, man.
No, literally.
I don't even look at my own penis, man. That's weird.
So you thought it was like YouTube short jokes, which is like, oh my god, guys, you're gay, because like you're literally like breathing air that like other guys are like, you know, it's like what the fuck is this shit? God, it's like,
dude, no homo though, I'm like, bro, who cares if it's homo, bro? Who cares? It does, like,
dude, no, swear, like literally, like just let people do their own thing.
Chat, you leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go in VRChat, you leave, and you're like, huh, maybe I shouldn't be so stuck up. Maybe I should just, be more accepting of people. I've met some of the best people I've met in this game have been, a part of that community, because that community is legit. And the whole point is, loving each other. And just being being
positive.
So positive.
Like,
I love
it. Just like stop. Yeah, just like kind of just vibe. Literally.
Just vibe, bro. Just vibe. So what if, bro? What if my friend kisses dudes? Okay, who cares? He's a boy kisser. Who cares?
What's so wrong with that? It's like you got your homie IRL. You've known him for like 8 years. I was like, bro, like, is it wrong to like tuck the homies in goodnight, kiss your homies, bro? Like, come on. Hey, do you watch anime?
Okay, yes, I do. Yeah, I watch anime. Mostly, I wouldn't say I mostly watch shonen. I watch like horror, sci-fi, that kind of stuff, like thrillers.
Yeah.
Well, what do you watch? All great, Kaiyos.
I watch like Dr. Stone's really good. Have you heard of Scientific Railgun?
Yeah. No, but I've heard good things.
It's good. It's like sci-fi-esque. It's pretty good. You like Vivy Fluorite Eyes is good. Like, oh my god, that okay, if you like music, action, and sci-fi, that's like a really good like 12-episode short show. I will defend this too. Yeah. Okay, I will defend this. BNA does not make me a furry, okay? Doesn't mean they can turn from human into animal and turn back is not, that doesn't, okay, I will,
that's not furry.
No, listen, if they are human, but they get turned into an animal. That's like a power thing. But then they can turn back, right? Like that's not like that doesn't. What the
like is Luna from Sailor Moon a furry? No, they're not.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but that doesn't make me a furry for liking brand new animal like the BNA show. Like, come on.
I would argue Beastars does not make you a furry.
Argument go. I'm ready.
That's how they decide, because it could be. I mean, you would have to change the little things around, but it could be humans, and it wouldn't really be that different. Like, it's a good tell her story through animals. It doesn't mean like, oh, you're a furry because you like the show. I like the story, and the art looks good. Okay, they did 3D animation right.
Just in general, anime, right? If the opening slaps, it fucking slaps. Like that shit bangs, right? Beastars opening, so good. YOASOBI is such a good artist. We love YOASOBI. Oh my god. So good.
Me and all my homies love
No, it's also that other meme, right? It's that other internet meme. YOASOBI singing out her depression, the other internet just vibing because she's singing. It's like, no, it's literally like, it's such a vibe of a song, but it's actually about depression. It's like, bro, why is it such a vibe though?
I don't know, but it sounds really good. What is your favorite anime?
Favorite of all time?
Yeah.
I gotta go Steins Gate. It's so good.
Steins Gate. Oh, I haven't seen Steins Gate, but I was going to watch it. Isn't it like, how much episodes in it? Is it like 24?
24, 25, yeah.
Okay, I could watch it. This is coming a lot for me because I've been watching One Piece.
What episode are you on?
I'm on episode like 275.
Oh my god, you're not even 300. Oh my god, you're not even 300 yet. Oh my god, you're not even yet.
Don't even. I know it's a struggle. My favorite anime is, listen, I know people sometimes are like, oh well, this is it's just like gory and like sexual just to be that. I'm like, so what? I love Devilman Crybaby. It is
It
the best
slaps
anime
though. It's
I've
so
ever
good.
watched.
Berserk,
The
Berserk, Berserk,
soundtrack,
Berserk.
the animation, Berserk. Okay,
So
I can't say anything about Berserk right now because I've been reading the manga. And right now, like, I'm very new to the manga. So right now, Guts just escaped from like his
It's so
whatever
good,
people
though.
were, these bad people. But it's really good. But Devilman Crybaby really gets me because of the whole like the soundtrack, the character. Oh my god, the characters are so good. Like I don't really watch romance animes, but my favorite anime
what's your thoughts
movie
on
is
Rent a
Silent
Girlfriend?
Voice. Oh my god. Oh, don't get me started on Rent a Girlfriend. I watched like 3 episodes. And I almost cried because I felt like such a loser for watching it.
He's like actually like, why is it actually relatable for some people? But it's like actually
Average
sad.
VRChat player.
Average VRChat player in the anime. Swear. Oh my god.
Yeah, I wish I could go to Japan, but plane tickets are expensive.
It's really the plane ticket that kills you right now. Like everyone's going to Japan. Like even Tibber and Carolina are going to Japan this year. But it's the thing of that plane ticket kills you, but once you get there, right? You didn't know that? I thought you watched the Tibber and Carolina episode. We talked about this.
Yeah, I know. I forgot. Cause I was mostly focused on like them talking about VR and stuff because I'm a big geek.
Okay, really random VR topic, but you know how it's like when you're just randomly playing like Beat Saber or just VRChat and you're trying to like roleplay or do like a funny bit and you just uppercut your headset and you uppercut yourself and it's like the most annoying thing.
I did that today. I was playing Bone Lab. I was going up. Bone Lab, by the way, it's okay. It's not as good as Bone Works, but anyways, I'm climbing up it. And I'm like moving like this, and I'm going like hard because I want to get up this thing pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And I go like this. I bang myself in the face. I was like, ah! Because I was so immersed. I was like, what the? Oh, it was me.
It was me. No. It's like someone punched me. Oh, I hit myself.
What are your thoughts about music, like in general, except
Okay.
not the VR?
My
but, like,
my
just
music taste in general is really just like if it's a vibe or like I'll listen to anything. Like I have a lot of like pop, like general, like I don't even know how to describe my music genre taste because it's literally just like if I like the song, it's going on the playlist type thing. Like,
do you like listen to electronic?
Honestly, Howling is a good one. I forget what it's the artist is, but it's like an electronic song. It's one of my favorite ones. It's good. It's good.
I will rate it out of 10. All right, because I love music so much.
Genre, like, oh, you like the song, you'll put it on a playlist. Like that's how I do it.
I guess.
Yeah.
But I have like playlists. I mostly go for feelings when it comes to songs. It invoke the same feeling, like hyper pop. I feel like a badass. I don't give a fuck. And then I can also like turn on some rap or hip hop.
Sad lo-fi music for like depresso times. Like yeah.
Yeah. No, I just listen to my own music to make myself feel sad because of how bad it is.
Or no, then you have that playlist. It's like hype anime YOASOBI vibes. Like it's like, oh, I'm singing about depression, but I'm actually just vibing. I'm sending you the Vivy opening. It slaps. Like if you love music and we have the love for music, like you should actually just watch Vivy, the sci-fi show, for the music. Like it is beautiful. I actually love that show for the music. So it's like basically it's very confusing the first episode a little, but it's about a robot or an AI that needs to go back in time because basically the end of the world happens. AI takes over. But she's the only robot in 100 years that is still around. So they send her back in time to reset the whole timeline, and she has to save everyone before the end of the world happens. It's like so good. 2021. But it went under the radar because so much banger shows came out in 2021. No one watched Vivy.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, how much episodes is it?
12. The My Hero dub is not ass. It's well done.
The My Hero dub is super good.
Deku's voice actor is actually good. Bakugo's voice actor is actually good.
He goes so hard.
Midnight is still hot as fuck.
No, not Midnight. Oh god, what's her name? Oh god, the bunny girl.
Oh, she kind of mid.
She mid? You see those legs?
Bro, Midnight though. Bro, she's
she rips and tears. She rips and tears. Oh god, dude, I want a woman that could fracture my head like a watermelon.
What the
like she could just go.
Why?
Why? Because I don't know. I need a gym partner.
Oh wait. You should watch Onegai Muscle, the anime gym show. It's literally about women just lifting weights, like actually fire. Who's your waifu? The oldest anime
That's a
question of
hard
all
question.
time.
Dang.
Creasy
do you have
Maki say
one?
Steins
'Cause
Gate.
I need to think
Creasy
more.
Maki say Steins Gate.
Size. Okay. All right. We can't all have good taste like you. Dude, this is so hard. Cause I know. Cause I've had times where like I'm watching a show and my heart's like, oh.
You've had those.
God, I
You've
guess I
had
have to
those
go.
moments like 1,000 times. Talking about
Don't even. Makima. I
Makima.
don't have to say Makima.
Wait, dude, you're actually down horrendous. Makima? Makima.
horrendous? do you
Dude,
mean?
she literally manipulates you.
so
She
hot.
literally manipulates you though. She's the control
know.
devil. What
I
the?
know. That and Android 18. You know
Oh,
what
Android 18's a safe answer.
Andrew-
That's so
Android.
safe. Krillin?
Oh, she's good.
Krillin? Krillin's cool.
Krillin
Yeah.
got lucky.
Krillin got lucky.
Krillin such a W. He just like stops martial arts, just settles down with his hot wife. You know, grow some hair. Bro's a W.
Krillin's actually getting dubs.
Now, who's your
Like,
favorite anime protagonist, though? Dude, it's such a hard question.
Because here's the thing, like you really have to either go for like, oh, this character's cool, or like a safe answer, so you don't get absolutely destroyed. Honestly, Saitama, One Punch.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
that's a really good choice.
I love him. Yeah,
Saitama.
I love him.
Oh my
He's so cool.
Okay. I think we're kind of in the same boat because my favorite MC is like one of my favorite comedy animes, Psyche.
Psyche K? Yeah.
Yeah, he's so funny.
Okay, wait,
The
this is
dub
actually
super good.
depressing.
The dub
I
is hilarious.
relate to the kid from Your Line April. I forget his name. I'm
no.
blanking on his name. No, it's literally a music
Glasses
show,
Kid.
right? Yeah, I literally Friend A is what they kind of nickname him in the show, but like he's like really cool. But like it's actually depressing because literally I relate to that show just to the fact of like my Asian parents made me play piano my whole like it's like actually it's literally it's so depressing. It's like actually depressing. Like I relate to that shit.
What is it? It's based off a true story.
It's so depressing.
I would say I relate to Subaru from ReZero.
Like he's just a generic guy. Oh, he's like transported to another world, and he's literally just trying to do a bunch of things, and he cannot catch a single break. He keeps dying and dying and dying.
In season 2, you learn about his actual life, and he was just like, he'd hate going to school, and he'd just stay in his room all day, just
Average
not go to
VRChat
school.
player.
Oh, don't do Subaru like that. Subaru's not that bad. But like he wouldn't go outside of his room. He wouldn't leave the house, and he was super depressed. And like during that time, that was like what I was going through. I was like, damn, that show made me cry so much. I may just be a wuss, but dude, that was like ballin'.
First show
Every
that
single
made you cry.
episode.
Your Line April.
Oh, you're lying, April.
People are like, get a box of tissues ready. Like it's sad. I cried.
I guess what really made me, dude, you're a silent voice. Oh.
Okay.
Oh my
that was just like
God.
actually. I think everyone cried at that. Everyone cried. There's no yeah.
Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad.
I
I was
also
happy
cried.
sad at the
Yeah.
end, but
I cried at Your Name. Your Name was sad.
oh
was
my
good.
god. Oh my god. What anime I watched like the first 10 minutes of and then I shut off? I think Bunny Girl Senpai.
Okay, yeah. Like
I just turned that off. I was
The
like,
thing
what's going on
is-
here? What?
it's really simple, but like it's all right. I'm gonna get flamed for this, but it's not worth all the hype. Like people are like, oh my god, Mai is super
Yes.
cool, but like everyone's like Mai's a good character. Like she's a good character, but it's not worth the whole hype of the show. I don't think, or like the hype.
I don't get the show. Like the first episode, she's just there. I'm like, wait, so nobody else can see her? Is that what's going on?
No, but you
I
get
don't
why,
get
right?
what's
She was
going
like
on here.
forgotten, and it was that whole thing, right? And then the guy had to get
I
her
know,
back.
because I
and
never
then, yeah.
continue watching the show.
Yeah. Oh my god, underrated Toradora, Taiga.
I've never watched Toradora.
You never watched Toradora?
I'm
my
sorry.
God.
I'm not into like romance animes.
Kaguya-sama Love is
You have
War
to send me that.
is so good.
Oh,
It is the
Love
best.
War.
It's so good. Chica. The Chica dance? Come on. Like everyone knows Chica. Yeah, it's so good. Like Kaguya-sama Love is War is one of the best. It's so good. No, also listen.
I just like-
Hot take. Kaguya is bad. The main character or one of the main Kaguya She's
Mhm.
hot, but then honestly, Hayasaka the blonde is so bro, fucking Hayasaka. Oh my god.
SAO, the whole concept of full immersion. Do you think we'll ever get to that?
Honestly,
That's like so far
I
off.
think we will eventually, but that is just insane because the whole concept of that was like, oh, you don't even do anything, you're fully immersed, but you're literally just like it's like in like kind of like a dream, but it's not a dream. It's like very complicated, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
I would say we're closer to the Oasis than SAO. We're way close.
definitely
Like we're
the
pretty
Oasis
close.
is way more
I think.
achievable with like, oh, we're in the
Yeah, I feel
virtual
like 20
world.
years away.
Yeah, I'd say even 15. Like not even 20, like
15. I
maybe
would
even
even say 2
15.
seconds. Like, but that's me being hopeful. Yeah.
Well, no, you know what I mean? Like 15, maybe even 15 years. Because you could argue we
Yeah.
already have the Oasis. This is the Oasis. VRChat's literally the
Okay,
Oasis.
well, the Oasis to me is like
Yeah,
everything's connected, like the metaverse, like
yeah,
what we
yeah.
want the metaverse to be. Like everything's connected. There's you can go wherever you want. There's no limits, but VR chat's kind of is
Has a lot of
close, but it's
limits.
not
Has a lot
really.
of limits here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of limits.
No,
So much
what is
limits.
it? The quest
It's really
compatible
sad.
limits of like, oh, you only have 100 megabytes for quest compatible worlds. Like, there's so much limits here in VRChat.
Yeah, it needs. I think for it to be really good, it needs to be standalone because nobody wants to have a PC. People just
Well,
want to
no,
pick up
that's
a
the whole
headset
thing, right? With the
and they're in.
Oasis, it's like, oh yeah, it's like you could play on your phone, you could play on a headset, but you don't need a computer. And then all those scenes in Ready Player
Mhm.
One, where it's like they just have the headset, and it's like, yeah,
Yeah. Have you ever read the books of Ready Player One?
yeah. I read the whole book. It's great.
It was super good.
Have you read Ready Player
It's
Two?
different. It's way different than the movie. No, I haven't. Please do not spoil it
I'm
because
not.
I
I'm not.
really want to read it. I heard it's bad though.
But honestly, though, going back to anime, I feel like yeah, what was it? The characters look like sticks in Code Geass, but that's one of the story's good. But it's one of the other first ones
That's
that I
just how it
watched.
is.
No, they literally look like sticks, though. Have you seen the characters in Code Geass? Like
Yeah,
Lelouch is built like a stick, dude.
Lelouch built like the cinnamon stick from Apple Jacks. Oh, on the topic of character design, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Okay, but that's
I
that's the whole
love
concept,
JoJo.
though, right? JoJo's is literally bizarre. It's so bizarre.
Yeah, his inspiration is from like fashion trends from like the 80s and the 2000s,
You could
and
definitely
he
see it in the
also all of
outfits.
his yeah all
Yeah.
of his characters look the same because he's trying to make like a commentary on like beauty standards, how like in the beauty world everybody looks
Oh.
exactly the same, and he also gets like their face shape and their build from old Greek statues because he
I can
lives
see that
like
now.
in yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like how like Giorno is built like a is built like a he's kind of like lean, but he's got like curvy muscles like that protrude a lot. Like like the best thing I could say is like the statue of David is like one of his biggest inspirations. He wanted Giorno to really look like him because he's a big nerd. He's a big art nerd. Went
But
to an
like,
anime convention.
yeah, I went to my first anime convention. Okay, we're talking about this last year. It was Crunchyroll Expo. It was the first big anime convention after COVID that they did. So it was part virtual, part it was I think around it was a lot of attendees. It was fully sold out. It was great, but it was a lot of VTuber. You would have loved it. A lot of VTuber s convention. If you knew about it, you should have
Mm-hmm.
went. Oh my god, Hall Live was there. They were doing
Yeah, I should
panels.
have.
Gawagura, Ame had a panel. It was Kiara and Ina had a panel. No, okay, no, I need to tell you the story. So literally, Friday night, it was the last event of the night, 8:15 to like 9, right? Literally, we got there 2 hours early and barely got into the Gouda panel.
I recently went to an anime convention pretty like a couple months ago. I cosplayed.
Who'd you cosplay as?
It was really nice. I cosplayed as Deku.
I cosplayed in my last convention in November. I went to Fan Expo
What'd
in
you cosplay as?
SF. I cosplayed as Mori Calliope's rapper outfit.
I'm planning on going to another one, but I'm gonna go as young Jonathan Joestar
Oh,
because I've been told I look like him, so I was like, okay,
do you know what's
I'll
hilarious?
do it. I just got dye my hair purple.
Do you know what's hilarious?
What's
So I did.
hilarious?
So I did that Calliope cosplay. Right? I still have everything for it. Here's what I'm gonna do for modifications. In about a year, I think you know what I'm about to say. that cosplay will be 100% better in about a year. Like a crop shirt, you know, like the whole like actual Mori outfit.
I think it's because I cosplayed with my mom. I think that's what got it, because my mom cosplayed as Inko Midoriya, his mom. So
No
we were
way
just,
you
it
got
was
your
just
mother
me
to cosplay.
yeah. My mom, we watched My Hero Academia together. I got her into anime.
Did she like it?
Like I got her to. She loves it.
It's
Right
pretty
now,
good though. I
so we
feel like
finished
My Hero,
entire show.
the power system in My Hero is fine. I like the concept of how, oh, like one day superpowers became a thing, right? Like I like that
Yeah,
concept,
just
right?
out of nowhere.
But then there's also that concept of, I've thought of it, everyone's kind of thought of it. What would your power be? What would you?
I don't.
What would your?
Here's the thing that I
What
don't
would
get.
your
Like,
quirk be? Yeah.
there's powers like oh, you can turn as hard as rock, or you can
No, but then
manipulate
there's
water.
the
Those are all those are all
what's the
natural.
frog character's name?
Sue
Sue,
YOASOBI.
right? Yeah. But her quirk's cool, but you already know what I'd say for my quirk. Dolphin character. Not a frog character, dolphin character. Imagine. Come on. Dolphin character has advantages in the water. Come on, that quirk would be sick. Quirk, but then you could like I was thinking also it's like you can control water at will. Like you could bend water and stuff a little. Like that'd be cool.
Well, yeah. Well, like you would use your tail to like do some things with the water. Like you can make a whirlpool and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought like a cool power would be like being able to control your adrenaline.
Okay.
I feel like that's
so
pretty
kind
cool.
of like
what
the absorbing fat does, but for with that guy, like how you'd use as like a shield and then like kind of do that.
Fat,
yeah, but then how you could do
releases it as
adrenaline and then
energy.
like something else. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I would have a surplus of adrenaline, and
He's a good
I'd
character
be able
though.
to
No
release
one likes
it
that
at
guy. I
will.
like the fat guy. He's cool. He's a good character. I like that guy.
Fat Gum?
Yeah, Fat Gum's cool.
I think a lot of people. I love Fat Gum. He's like a dad. But my favorite arc in My Hero is probably the. God, it's the hero killer arc, the Stain arc.
Yeah.
I love that one because that's when like Deku was learning how to use full cowling and
yeah, and then
was like going off. He was pissed off.
Yeah, and then he went to Gran Torino and that place, and then he had to like learn how to use everything. And...
I mean, some people like All for One's like ideology, but they're also
no, but All for
so.
One's ideology, right, of how he could steal quirks. I mean, in a way, that could, you know, like that's like easily used for evil, but like used for like an actual
wants
like
the entire world to just have no more rules against quirks, like no more like
I guess
there's like regulations about you can't use your quirk in public unless you get a license, which
you know why
think is pretty.
I guess, but you know, like those rules are put in place for a reason, though.
Yeah, like if you have a dangerous quirk, don't freaking use it, dude. Unless you're gonna do it for good.
Yeah, like use common sense. Like I see where the guy's coming from. Like oh, like we feel controlled because there's like a bunch of rules and stuff. Like I see where he's coming from.
Use my quirks.
Right?
Yeah,
but
yeah,
but
he kills people. So
true.
If he didn't kill people, he'd be okay. But he's a bad actor.
well, yeah, and he made like really bad influence on Shigaraki too. Like he manipulated the guy.
Yeah.
He totally manipulated him.
It was like
he totally manipulated him.
I've been saying my mom is like, hey, dude, I hate Shigaraki. It's an ass. I'm like, it's not his fault. He's like, well, he always has a choice. I mean, he was manipulated by the leader of the villain underground.
He was a child, and he was literally like,
he was a child.
He was brainwashed. Yeah, kind of like how Makima will control. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Because Makima is hot. It's not the same.
Because she's hot, and she has,
I'm serious.
She's hot. And she has D cups. Okay, I see how it is. Talking about.
No, I'm more into the dump truck that she's got. No, because come on, Makima, she's hot.
She's hot though, but like Power's a dork. I like Power.
Powers probably smells like shit. I'm gonna be honest.
True. I mean, no, it's memed in the show too about like how Denji's even like, oh, don't do this, or like take a shower. Even you know the meme of like in the show where it's like Aki and Denji are like take a shower. Yeah.
I'm like I like Power, but I don't like her because I wouldn't date her. I guess I wouldn't.
Yeah, she would make a horrible girlfriend. She would.
She'd make a great like best friend. Like she's like a bro.
Like a dorky friend. Yeah.
Yeah, she's cool. I mean, if she doesn't, she hates like everything.
Rip Himeno or Himeno. Yeah.
Who dat?
The girl that with the eye patch.
Isn't that the?
Yeah, Ghost Devil. She had the hand.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
F.
now I got to change my waifu because now you reminded me of her.
She's hot. She's so.
She's so
She's
hot.
so.
Oh my god. And the writer knew she was hot because the scene with Denji in the apartment.
That was so that was an underrated scene.
Oh my God.
Underrated scene. Underrated scene.
I was sitting in my chair blushing. I was like, oh shit, okay.
Underrated scene.
Damn. You got a husbando though?
No, but like that's even
Like,
a
I think
harder
that's just
decision
like
because there's a decent amount of good ones.
There is a lot of good ones. Gotta say mine is All Might.
Fair. I mean, he's a good
like
he's a good mentor, but he's also like a good he's like
well,
a decent guy. But like I can get that.
Yeah. I see him more as a,
who
I
though?
see him as a dad.
Yeah, maybe like more father figure. Yeah.
Dude, Spike from Cowboy Bebop.
I don't know about
Dude,
Spike. I
his
don't know about
accent is-
Spike though.
dude.
I don't know about.
Just your average bounty hunter. Yeehaw.
I love a woman that could beat my ass. Best line from Spike.
Lady Dimitru, or what's her name? God, the vampire chick from Resident Evil.
Lady Demetrius?
Yeah, she's top tier for me. She's like, how tall is she? Like 8 foot?
She's tall.
8 foot.
Well,
Dude,
no,
she
no,
built-
you're,
she
well,
built like a
no, we're all in
gorilla.
the same boat with Connor on this one. Dog VA. He's like Lady Demetrius is also hot. I mean, he likes milfs.
Dude, who
Yeah.
doesn't?
I mean, literally,
Dude, Sea-Dog is pretty cool.
Dog's literally just like he likes milfs though. He's like always going for the milfs. I mean, that
milfs,
one,
yeah,
no,
milfs,
that
yeah.
one Dog meme of like, oh, like nah, Kim, no, where's Kim's mom? You want Kim Possible's
Yo,
mom? It's like, yo, where's Kim's
Kim,
mom?
I want Kim's mom.
Oh, the real Kim. No, show me the real Kim.
Nobody talks about them. It makes me really sad. Like, I guess I did watch Markiplier, and DNTDM, but
Everyone watched
those.
Markiplier and DNTDM back in the day. Oh my god, do you know who I did watch? I watched fucking Aoye. Like Aoye during the Pokemon.
Oh, you had, like,
I'm
not,
not
like,
shitting.
not even ironically.
I'm not memeing. I watched Aoye. I'm not memeing.
Oh my god, guys, it's the meteor that destroyed Dusty Depot!
Oh my god, guys, is that a Diplodocus?
Guys, it's a llama! Fortnite at its peak, which was around, like, seasons 1 to, 6. Those were good times.
Yeah.
Fortnite was actually
Season
pretty
5,
fun.
Season 6, 2018 was so good.
I think before
Before
I think
Season
Fortnite
7.
was at its peak before it.
No, it was before creative.
Yeah.
No, before creative mode released in Season 7. That's when everything started getting bad. So like Season 6 and
Yeah.
before.
Remember the food fight where it was like 50 versus 50 and
50
it was like
50 was great.
tomatoes and then like
Everyone loved 50
those
v
were
50.
so fun.
Or no, like the videos where like
I've
people would
used-
go like 1 versus 50. Like, oh, I'm the last one. Complete the mission. Here's the thing
really
with
weird.
VTubers, right? Like, I'd say the first instance of where someone actually has a second identity was Mori Calliope. You don't have to do much digging. So Mori Calliope does music things. Like, she was a music artist before, but she has all her old stuff still up, and she still uploads frequently on there. Mori Calliope is Demon Dice. Everyone knows Mori Calliope is Demon Dice. But, like, that's the only instance of a corpo instance where they actually kept their prior identity. Like, if you go digging, if you go digging, like, oh, Mori Calliope's face, like, you could find it. She does stuff.
Yeah.
But that's the only instance of, like, where that's happened and where it's
kind of like Joji.
Yeah. Like, it's not a big deal, right? But, like, to her, but it's like that, yeah. It's like, you get why VTubers do it. It's like, oh, it's supposed to not know my identity, or, it's how it's the meme of, like, face reveal. Yeah, it's like yeah.
It's supposed to build that parasocial relationship.
Yeah.
Where
But
you
then
think you're
also,
actually, like,
the
with that anime
controversial
girl.
clips of like Fauna is like, "Oh, I'm not your wife," or "I'm not your friend," or those clips, and then the internet freaking out. It's like, but it's the people type. It's
It's
like,
true.
Yeah.
She don't know you.
Yeah,
and you
really,
don't
though.
know her. You
Yeah.
just know a character.
interacting and playing a character, which is the whole thing. Yeah.
It's like the whole point is, oh my god, it's a real anime girl. Like that's pretty much the whole
No,
thing.
but that's the
Japan
no, but
knows their
that's
market.
that's the whole argument behind even VRChat people and just a character, like how we're playing a character, how everyone has feelings still. We're still they're still real people.
Yeah, we're still humans.
They're not like the people behind the VTubers aren't just robots. Like they're real people.
Like I totally agree. I totally agree. I don't watch VTubers, but I feel like people need to like lay off and like they're being too like forceful.
Yo, and the
with them. So they're,
unnecessary
like,
hate too, like the
forgetting
bow
they're human.
hate and just everything that went on in the scene
yeah.
recently is just like unnecessary. Like why? So the bow the whale hate on Twitter that went on was actually horrible. Like I don't want to go into it, but it was actually bad. VTubers are kind of cool though. Like I watch VTubers. Everyone kind of knows.
They're cool.
You know, I'm deep into the VTuber scene.
I would say the only VTuber I watch, like I don't know if they really qualify. Code Miko. You know
Miko is a VTuber. They do like no, but you know what Miko does? No, but you know what Miko does? Miko is not technically. She's a VTuber, but then Miko does what is it? She does mocap stuff, like with the whole that's mocap.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different. It's different than live 2D and what other VTubers use. They use live 2D and like face tracking. She uses actual mocap like
She's
tracking
like an
stuff.
iPhone for like
like
face tracking.
Like it's crazy on what she does with the whole mocaps and everything.
Like I know she's like I wouldn't qualify her as like a VTuber, you know, because she makes IRL content with other creators. Like
I mean, I get that.
I figured out who she was through Pay Money Wubby because he had her on a IRL stream and they're playing like big beer pong.
Or you could also argue like no, Fillion is a VTuber though, but Fillion does VRChat content.
Yeah.
Like you could argue this is VTubing. This is VTubing. Yeah.
This is VTubing. I would qualify as VTubing. I would say less complicated because you don't really need a whole like mocap and like a camera setup.
No, but this is what Fillion said, right? Of you can get a VRChat avatar and post content that technically qualifies you as a VTuber. That's what Fillion said.
Yo, I'm a VTuber now.
Yeah.
Look at me. Yo, what's up, guys? I've thought about becoming a VTuber, but I'm also been like, I don't got time. I don't got time to be a VTuber. I just been making other content.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of commitment, and then your parents. Then you have to confront your parents about that. There's so much VTuber stories of like, oh, I became a VTuber.
Mom,
and then
come in my room. I'm acting like an anime boy.
That it's like, oh, I confronted my parents about. It's like, you know, like the whole like Rin Penrose thing. It was like, she tells stories of, like telling her grandma about like the internet. It's like she's like, grandma, I have my own show, and it's like, I get donations and stuff, and she's like, for a charity, and they're like, no, it's not a charity.
No, so I can be an anime girl, Mom. You don't understand.
I'm speaking like that because Rin is British.
If my daughter wanted to be an anime girl, I would support it 100%.
No, but like Rin Penrose or the Bean Benrose, we love Bean. We love Bean Benrose. We love Bean Benrose. Well, no, the balance too of just having that common sense and having that balanced life of like being in VR, but then taking breaks, because I figured that out the hard way of like I didn't take breaks for a while, and I kind of went insane. And when I finally took a break and came back, it was refreshing.
Oh yeah.
You know, like you figured that out the hard way. Like you need breaks to not go insane.
I've been playing VR since I was like 12. I started with the PlayStation VR, the original PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
I played that for 2 years, then I got my Quest 2, and then now Vive. So that's like how much? That's like 4 years I've been playing VR straight. It's
4 years,
and wild ride, but
yeah. I mean, I got my headset back in 2020 is when I got my Quest 1. And then I never really started playing a lot until 9 months ago.
VR person.
9 months ago.
Yeah, 9 months. Yeah, like it's pretty cool, isn't it?
It hasn't even been a year, and this game has changed my life.
Yeah.
I literally would say
this game is pretty amazing.
It's been
this
9
game has a lot of issues, and the community has a lot of issues, but it's like the people who try in this game, it's like looking for gold. Like most of it's like dirt and sand, but then you find that one gold coin, and then you add that to your pocket.
Yeah, and then you find the cool people.
You find good people in this game.
That's
really
the thing, right? Like you have to sift through. Like it sounds bad, but you have to sift through all the weird and bad stuff, and then you find cool people. Like you find your group that you love to hang out with.
Yeah. There are a lot of dodgy characters in VRChat, but that's what comes with the territory. It's not just VRChat. It's just on like the online world.
The embodiment of the internet of just weird things that go on.
Just because bad things happen doesn't mean entire thing is bad. Like. Yeah. Well, except for Twitter, but
Twitter's a hellhole, and it will always be a hellhole.
Twitter's a cesspool of just shit. The Dream SMP, I think, like
it was okay. I followed. Like I didn't follow it as close as like. Oh my god, we're gonna talk about this. All the fangirls and all the other things. Oh my god. No, literally. Like people followed that crap and I mean so closely. Like I like semi-followed it because like I watched like Tommy in it a little bit because he was funny. So I followed it because he was on it a little. Like You know, like I followed a little bit, but not to where it's like I'm like a super fan. You know, that's just kind of weird. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember. I think it's funny because the reason I kind of like the Dream SMP is because of the VR chat world of the Dream SMP server.
Do you know the thing that really came out of that was amazing? It was the full arc of do you know SAD-ist animations?
No.
You don't know SAD-ist? Okay, so this is indie
really
animator. So there's this indie animator that animated the full story of the Dream SMP, like in videos.
Oh,
and it's
shit.
super sick.
Damn.
I'm sending you the playlist after this. I'm not shit. We were watching some of them. They're so fire. Like that's the only thing that good, I'd say, really good came out of the Dream SMP was the cool animations that she did. It's actually kind of sick. Yeah. Also, FNChat the Techno Boy. I'm not even kidding. Like actually, FNChat to a legend.
R.I.P. That guy.
No, he was so cool. I watched all his old videos. I watched all of his old videos back then, like actual, like literally in all a serious note, like legend of a YouTube creator, FNChat. Like he's so cool.
Yeah. I didn't watch when I was younger, but I can respect because I've watched a couple of videos. I mainly watched my Minecraft. My go-to was Sky Does Minecraft.
Yeah.
I'm watching those prison escape videos. Those still keep up. Those are so funny.
Those are so good. I still watch his stuff too.
Oh,
like
and popular MMOs.
Yeah, or no, like the whole what was that whole thing with like the Mr. Beast thing of like Dream versus Technoblade thing? Oh, that was pretty cool. And then Technoblade won. It's like, oh, it's like Technoblade never dies.
Yeah.
And that was an amazing episode. I had a blast. I'll see you guys in the virtual world in the next podcast episode.